Oh my god, I managed to get it to sort of work. Hi, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Queer and Present Danger, where this dumbass was able to figure out how to make computers and stuff work. I'm running the stream. But welcome, everybody, to Queer and Present Danger. We are a queer podcast. We look at politics through the eyes of a queer lens. I am one of your three hosts, Tichirn Dreok. I'll pass it to JB to do the next one.
Hi, guys. Yep, I'm not running the show today. Yay.
Blame
Yay
everything on me.
I am JB. I am one of your co-hosts, and I'm just here.
You're just here.
We exist.
Oh, and look, we got new stuff, guys.
Yeah,
we're official now and legit. Look.
We're fancy in things. This, by the way, let's go ahead and throw this out. Tyler, do your thing, and then I'll throw out our thank you to our
we're definitely going to do
wonderful
the
thing.
thing.
Oh, 100%. Tyler, introduce yourself.
Hello, everyone. I am Tyler Thulin, and I don't know, what are we saying?
Oh my god.
Hi, everybody. This is me. We are so professional right now. We're going to think that this
is me.
glossy veneer is somehow going to make us better at what we do. We are the trash can warriors. We are the trio of raccoons that bring so many things into the goofy, well-oiled machine that we all are.
Okay, well, machine I'll give you. I will not give you trash can rangers.
Random side note, because we tried to do a test on this just a little bit earlier. Are we getting double sound, JB? Are we functioning? I haven't been paying attention because I'm trying to make sure I don't screw something else up. First time doing this, guys. Just trying to get my stuff together. I've done a solo stream before, but never something like this.
Do me a favor and just check.
What does show we're live? Okay. There we go. Ooh.
Yeah, ain't we so fancy? What am I checking?
I'm just in the frame.
Yeah, okay.
Awesome.
I just wanted to. Did you just look at yourself and say it looks awesome?
I was looking at the
I'm
frame.
gonna need. Oh, I was about to put. I'm gonna need you to take the vein down just a little bit.
At any point, I can just do this. I'll do it to myself just so I can prove the point. Just you're no. I have the power.
I'm gonna do this.
So anyway, everybody, as you can see, we have our new layout, our new kind of look that we have. I hope the intro music came through the way that I wanted it to, but we have all of these new, fun, flashy, professional designs brought to you by our good friend Maddie, from So Maddie Games on Twitch, and JB, do you know the website? Maddie
So
is
Nerdware.
SoNerdware.com. But also, Maddie is a designer. He puts together various visual aids. What's wrong with me?
Masterpieces.
Yes, this
overlays. He does overlays.
Thank you. Overlays. He does all of the things to make you look better. So despite the quality and the crap that you throw out, you can still make you look pretty. So, with all of that out of the way, and we're just going to have a great time. This is our first time back in a little bit. We want to make sure that we're getting things to run. But JB, do you want to kick us off with some of the topics that we're going to be talking about tonight? Because there's been, yet again, just the ever-rolling pile of dung that is this administration.
Yes, first of all, let me just go ahead and say fuck this administration.
Amen.
And I mean it. And I mean that from my whole chest. There are things that are happening that I can't talk about, but if I could talk about them, I would tell you to tell them to fuck this administration with my whole chest. I don't care. I'm over it. I'm done with it. I'm done with people.
Just as a note,
I'm done with the fact that we did this.
Yeah, just as a note, the simplest way to put that is we have all been directly affected by decisions from the administration that we found out about recently, and we cannot talk about it, but we can also just say royally and completely fuck this
Fuck
administration.
you bitches with a rake, and I mean that with my whole chest.
Actually,
At any rate,
I was gonna say, can we start with the fact that I said the royalty thing? Can we talk about the No Kings protest? Can we kick it off with that?
actually, yes, let's start. Let's start with the No Kings protest, and then I want to talk about my new law husband. But y'all go ahead and do this. We'll start with No Kings. Unfortunately, we were not able to make it to any No Kings protests because we were doing black things. Um,
Which sounds really strange when you consider that only 33% of us are a black person. But
yep.
we, there were two of us that were actually out there getting out and hanging out in Chicago over the weekend. We were too busy to actually go and participate in the protest in Chicago, but we had a lovely chance of meeting a mother and daughter who actually had attended that, and they told us all about it, and it sounded amazing, and so proud of 7 million people. 7 million
Estimated.
people. Estimated.
And
which,
I really
by the
think
way,
that's on the low side.
that's low bar.
I think it's on the low side.
That's the low bar. That's the bad numbers that we know are bad numbers, but we're not able to get the exact numbers because they will never produce exact numbers. I don't think we'll ever hear an exact number of the amount of people who are walking around. The estimate that we got from a person on the ground, the mother-daughter that talked to us after the protest, were telling us that it was over 2.5 miles long through the streets of Chicago
people.
Of just people.
I think, and that's one. That's just simply
Chicago.
one. Yeah.
And if you look at the videos from all over the country, they were everywhere, absolutely everywhere.
So I do have a couple
There
of.
were a lot of places that they actually did like basically a divide and conquer concept. Instead of everyone meeting in one spot, they were like,
Yeah.
well, if we spread it out and we're everywhere, they can't get everyone.
Yeah. Well, no, and I also think so. I do have a little bit of criticism that I think is valid.
I have a few. I want to make some points too.
One of them. I think that the protests are great. I think the protests, showing up, getting out there, showing people that you care, and that this is something that affects you, and all that stuff is great. But what are you doing after? What are we actually mobilizing this for? What are we doing? It really feels to me like this is to me, a protest doesn't have a start and an end time. It just protest
is.
You know what I mean? It just is. We say this is where we're going. This is what we're doing. It's not a matter of we're only going to be doing it for 2 hours and then everybody go home and do your thing. No. What are we doing? Mobilize, figure out how to take all of this momentum that we're in and turn it into action.
Yeah.
And that is the thing that I feel like we keep missing because we've got all these people here and all of this energy and all of these things are happening. And all of this momentum is happening, but we're not doing anything with it. We're not.
That's very similar to my issue with it. Is I love the No Kings protest because we're actually getting people out to go and be together and share. Oh, I'm not alone. You hate this too? That's amazing. But there seems to be a let's go hold up signs and be goofy and be fun and get out there and voice our feelings that the administration is doing things badly, that they are directing this country into the gutter faster than you could have even thought possible. However, now what?
Yep.
Now what are you going to do? How are you going to take these 7 million people and get new people running for positions? Because let's be blunt, the Democratic Party is doing fucking nothing about this. Just nothing. You're not jumping in and getting the government going. That's great. I am actually proud of you for that. However, we're asking for you to extend the Medicare cuts, and they're pushing back on that. And utilizing this shutdown for another topic that I want to get into later, so I won't bring it up right now, but the real problem seems to be there is no organizational step forward. There's nothing that's being done with this momentum and this power of, we had 5 million, now we have 7 million. What if we get 10 million people out into the next protest? That's amazing. how many of them are registering to vote? How many of them are getting involved? How many of them are going out and signing petitions and getting new things? You have all these people walking around in these different events around all of these different red states trying to get, like in Missouri, trying to get the referendum to cancel this new map and cancel this thing, which in the state of Missouri has the ability to overturn something that the government does. If you get enough people to vote, you can cause a referendum to vote against whatever they're trying to pass. Like the fact that we have to now get every single district to agree to something in order to get one thing passed. No one's going to do that. The unanimous thing will not function in the current society. As a result, you're going to have this district with 400,000 people countermanding 18 million people's opinions.
Or honestly, a district like with 47 people.
Yeah, this isn't a jury trial.
Yeah, it's literally one of those things that it's going to ruin the ability for the state of Missouri to get anything done. It will backfire on the Republicans. They haven't thought about that. Like, they try to pass anything, and the left-leaning districts don't want it. It'll never go through, per their own design. However, they've already gotten so much in the state of Missouri that they don't care if they get more right now. They'll wait until they have supermajorities and the ability to push things through that the left-leaning areas won't be able to do. So they're fine. They're good. But pushing everything back to the left, it's not currently a possibility for what's going on. That's why the referendum's great. Get out there, sign those petitions, sign those documents that'll get something put on your ballots. Do something more than going down the street and dressing up as a unicorn while you're saying that you hate the administration. If that's all you're doing, thank you for getting out there and helping motivate and make people excited. But if that doesn't go to the ballot boxes, there's nothing happening. You're not doing anything. The only thing that I want to make a light of and a funny thing about is there was only one, like leading up to this, the Republican Party was running their PSYOP. They were saying this is the Hate America protest, and it's going to be all of these Antifa and far left radicals and all of these people. And then Fox News got themselves ready, and they went to their canned footage of various parts of the protest, and there was this like nice, sweet little old white lady who was, "Oh, Fox News, hi." That's all they got. And so they flipped it afterwards to, you just look like a bunch of old white people. First off, old white people go vote. It's what they do. They don't have much else that they want to do.
About their demographic.
Yeah, that's part of the
old
joke.
Vote and aristocrats.
Yeah, but that's, it isn't going. It didn't. They were doing their best to diminish this protest by first making it sound really radical, and then when they weren't able to get all the fires and bombs and so forth, they swung it to, look at how tired and old this looks. It didn't really run to their feeling, and 7 million people would say, yeah, no, it was great. We had so many people out there doing all this stuff. Yet again, what are you doing now? But there was one thing that was brought up of one notable arrest. And I don't know if you two saw or heard about this one. Did you hear about it?
I did.
You know what I'm going for?
I did.
There was a group of police, and I forget which city it was. Do you remember?
I don't remember what city.
So there was a city where one arrest did occur during one of the protests. By and large, totally peaceful. No real notes of anything negative really happening. But there was one arrest that got a lot of attention because it was police arresting this person for indecent something or other. I don't remember exactly how they decided to define the arrest. And so they arrested a 5-foot-tall penis. There was literally a person who was walking around wearing a wrapped around American flag around an inflatable penis. And there's a video of the police pushing this person to the ground to handcuff them. And it was later discovered after this group of 3 officers were seen flopping on top of a large penis and stroking it while they attempted to find the hands. Yes, I'm going to say it that way.
It's my favorite thing to do.
Yeah, stroking a big penis. I'm here.
I do love that.
But it turned out that this protester who was wearing this giant inflatable penis was a 61-year-old woman, which first and foremost, just fuck yeah, I want to be that amazing when I'm 61. Walking down the street in a giant inflatable penis at a No Kings protest is
You only got, what, 10 more years?
baller to the extreme. I'm
gonna get there first.
You're gonna beat me there, huh?
Fuck you.
Second, they
You're still gonna
disrespected
look
the
better
flag
than me,
because
though.
they let it touch the ground.
Oh, so true. No, I think they stripped them of the flag. So they stripped a penis, wrapped their arms around it, pushed it to the ground, and rubbed on it until they were able to find a small pair of hands to lock behind it.
That's
Or
gonna.
so.
That right there is a clip. That right there needs to be
Yeah, that's
short.
we're gonna
I
have
gotta
to
find
keep
it.
track of that one. But let me see, how far into it are we? Do we even know? I'll find it later. But put my hands up like this so I know this is the moment. But yeah, the goofiness of the fact that that was the most notable thing negatively that occurred during those protests just shows how it is organized well. They do a good job of getting people together, getting them in the right direction, and doing things. I see you making a face there, JB, but do you deny that they actually kept things
Oh, I wasn't-
civil? Oh, you were making
I wasn't
a smile?
making a face.
Okay, but
I was just looking.
just
at-
I mean-
just looking at how
I
great
mean,
you look.
really, I think that the reason that protests got so violent, air quotes, in the past is, one, provocateurs, two, it was during lockdown.
That
Like,
damn-
we had
that thumbs
literally
up. Damn.
nothing better to do.
That damn
Well,
thumbs up.
That, but they've also proven through various different recordings, and people feel free to look this up. It isn't, your Google is your friend, but it was proven that most of the violent starts to things were not done by actual protesters. They were done by third parties. In fact, one of the most notable ones that occurred when there was the Minneapolis fire that occurred, that the first windows and things that were being broken were done by a cop.
Yep.
It
Yep.
was a police
Agent
officer
provocateurs.
dressed up to create a violent start, and enough people were there with the idea of wanting to do more than just walking around and chanting, that they took advantage of situations. So yeah, bad apple spoiled some of the bunch, but by and large, those protests to me are summarized by that woman who said, we are so angry that we are going to do that. It doesn't matter if we do this, it's the only way they're going to listen to us. Remember that? I'd
Yep.
have to look up the exact quote. But
I do remember that.
But also there were just opportunists.
oh yeah,
Like, there were I think it was in Cincinnati. There were just college kids that were looting
hmm
just because they were bored and had nothing better to do.
yeah. There were multiple things that occurred like that. Which brings up the whole other idea of socioeconomic disparity in most of those protests. For those that are thinking we're still talking about No Kings, we're not. We're talking about the George Floyd and so forth that occurred before, back in the early 2020s. I can't believe I'm saying early since we're halfway through the decade.
Early 2020s.
Jesus. But a lot of that stuff brings up the economic disparity of the people that were at the protests and seeing an opportunity to obtain things that they otherwise would have never been able to afford because of the socioeconomic statuses that they were in. you look at the grander picture, and it's just another slam against the direction that the United States is heading, if you ask me, on how that really should be looked at. But we could go on about the No Kings protest. It is a fantastic thing to get this many people together, organized, and directed into expressing themselves. But we need something to unite and push forward this democratic process. There was, of all things, a TikTok of, I forget who the creator was, who did something where they dress up as an old educated white school teacher, and he, the creator, then explains how what we're currently going through and the four most likely outcomes of what we're going through, none of which are great, and most of which don't occur. The only way that something positive does occur is through a unified and organized effort with a democratic push to bring about a change from the direction that we're currently heading. The other 3.5 outcomes are all bad. They're all terrible.
No, that's not great for us. So I want to switch gears a little bit.
Go for it.
Because we are on a truncated time because we started late.
Because tech issues.
I want to talk about my new law daddy. Jack Smith is out here. First of all, Jack Smith is fine. Like, let's just say it. That man is fine.
Yeah.
Secondly, did you see what he did today?
I did not.
So the Republicans have been trying to push to get Jack Smith in front of Congress for a closed-door session.
Okay.
He said, I will come anytime you guys want me to, but I will only be there if it's public.
Yep.
Which tells me that Jack Smith ain't playing no games with y'all no more. And Daddy, give it to me. I want it. I want to hear what you have to say. I want to hear all of the things. I want you to do it under oath, so that way they can't call you a liar. I want it all. Give it to me. Inject it into my veins. Law Daddy. I'm ready. I have assumed the position, and I want it.
I've seen it, Jack. It's wonderful.
All right,
queer,
then.
in present danger.
We are. It is that was dangerous. There, right there. That was a danger.
He's sitting down. We're okay.
Yeah, I'm fine. It's fine. So, what do you guys think? I mean, I guess you guys didn't hear about it, so
Yeah, can you give us a
I'm
little
really
context?
interested. So, I mean, that's basically the context. He said, "Yes, I will come and do."
Who is Jack Smith? What is his goal? What is he
Oh,
trying
so
to
Jack
testify?
Smith-
There we go.
Jack Smith is was the special counsel after Robert Mueller for some of these Trump investigations, the ones that he is trying to say he was exonerated for, but he wasn't exonerated. They just dropped him because he became president, so therefore they couldn't do anything with him anymore.
He became president, and the Supreme Court granted him essentially full immunity.
Blanket
Yeah.
immunity, yeah. So like there was nothing he could do anymore. Well, on this revenge tour that our current president is on, he has already pulled Letitia James, Adam Schiff, John Bolton, James Comey. So like Jack Smith knows, like shit, it's only a matter of time before they come get me. So if they're gonna come get me, I'm gonna tell it all, and I'm gonna tell it all in front of the public, which I know that they are terrified of. This will never go anywhere because the Republicans are terrified of what that man is going to say. I saw that you posted.
Well, yeah, that's why they won't go back in session.
Oh God, yeah, no, they're never going back in session.
There's multiple points to that, and if if we have a moment for that segue,
Let's
uh,
segue right into it. We're doing this fast.
it's one of those things of the oh God, so many parts to cover. First and foremost, Congress has worked 2 weeks in the last 3 months. Of those, what they've been in session, no, they haven't. There's actually records that show that they have been in session of those other days for as little as 3 minutes for 15 days. They have gavelled themselves in, gavelled themselves out in under 3 minutes 15 times. The average is about 2.3 minutes. Essentially, that's enough to say session is open. Someone makes the motion to finish and close the session and meet at next day or next time. And seconded. Okay, do I have any yays and nays? Yays, nays, very similar, very similar, possibly higher nays, but the person who is the presiding congressional whoever at the time gets to make the call, and they say
It's
the yeas have it.
Speaker Johnson.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Speaker Johnson's up there, and even if the nays are screaming to be heard, he can say the yeas have it, and they'll gavel them out, and then just walk away before anyone can do anything else, because that's the rules that the Republicans have put in. On top of that, the reason they keep gaveling out, first and foremost, let's keep talking about it, the Epstein files. Absolutely terrified. The moment that the 218th representative won their special election and would have been there to sign on, who, by the way, still has not been. We are at 29 days. 29 days with someone who has been elected by 810,000 Americans not being able to step forward and be their representative, to hear those voices. The Republican Party is silencing 810,000 American citizens.
Voices.
Yeah. They are silencing almost 1 million people. The Republican Party, I'll keep saying it, they are silencing their ability to be represented. We had a revolution over the fact of not being represented, and you guys are actively preventing that from being a thing, from people having a voice. The reason is very simple. They're trying to claim, like, oh, but Nancy Pelosi had 21 days and someone else had 25 days where they held off on getting someone added. Yes, and here's a fun thing from someone who is very left-leaning. Fuck Nancy Pelosi for doing that. And fuck whoever the other person was.
Well, okay, so
no one should be
one point to that.
prevented from going. That is my simplest point. No one should be preventing someone who is a elected representative from being there, especially when Mr. Johnson put in the 2 Republicans from the April special elections in under 24 hours.
Yeah, so I do want to interject there, because it's a common misconception that Nancy Pelosi held this person from starting their office. That is not the case. She asked her what date she wanted to start, and she gave the date.
Got it. So that's something I didn't know about that, and thank you for bringing that to the point. So still, anyone who isn't told that they want to start on a later date, screw them for interrupting that ability or for having that person be brought in. I'm glad to know that, because if and when some schmuck brings that up to me about how Pelosi did that, I'll say, you know what? They shouldn't have done that. But it was also that person's choice, and therefore they set the date, and Pelosi just did it at the date the person said. They probably had to move in and so forth. But one of the things that blows my mind about this is this person, I think they were in D.C. within 2 days of being elected.
They've been there this whole time.
They're However, because they have no access to any of the budget that they are given when they are brought in and sworn in, the services that is available to the 810,000 people they're representing are currently shuttered. Not because of the government shutdown, but because they have not been given the budget to be able to help their constituents. It ended in September. It has been almost a month, might be a month and a half at this point, where those 810,000 people have no connection to the federal government.
Yeah, she has no office, no phone, no secretary,
Yeah, there's
none
literally
of it.
no support. She has been using her own miles to be able to go back and forth to do whatever she's doing right now, but she's trying to stay in DC, I believe currently on her own dime, to be
Yep.
able to be able to be there the moment that they will swear her in. So it is an absolute travesty what they're doing to this process.
The last time, just to put it into context, the last time that this happened was in 1967.
Yeah. Yeah, it is pretty insane that it has been that long since stuff like this has happened. And it's yet another tool that the administration is doing to prevent the Epstein files from getting out, because
Yeah, that's what it's
that's
what
what
it's
this
about.
really boils down to, is they're trying their best to slow that and find a way to direct other attentions elsewhere. It's also the reason why anyone and everyone who is involved in the investigations is facing political reprisal, is because they're trying to cause enough turmoil that they're not going to get anything done. So,
Yeah, and
So there's that.
they want to blame it, the Republicans want to blame it on foreign aid bills that are, or not bills, but foreign aid that is attached to the budget as to the reason they're not
They
signing it,
lying.
and blah blah blah. And I mean, I will say I looked at the amounts. I've not done the research, so I'm not going to claim that what I saw was actually true and not just some fallacious lie, because they never do that. Um, but it was like, it was foreign aid to all these places. Like, all right, yeah, that's fine, cut it, but also cut all of the tax cuts to large corporations.
I'm sorry. I disagree with cutting foreign aid. Here's the deal. I'm just gonna go ahead and say we like to call ourselves the we are the playground. We are the playground monitors of the world. You know what I mean? We have taken on that responsibility and taken on that mantle. Um, in doing that, humanitarian aid does more things for diplomacy than anything else. Being able to say, "Hey, you are having a problem in your country. We can help because we are the richest country in the motherfucking world." So at the least we can do, the least we can do, is give back to the people who's, quite frankly, we steal their shit. Like
yeah.
we like we have taken their natural resources. We have taken their oil. We have taken their wealth and hoarded it like a fucking dragon. So the least we could do is say, you know what? You have an AIDS crisis going on right now. What can we do to help you with that? You have a you've got smallpox running all up and through your country. What can we do to help you with that? You have fucking flesh eating bacteria that is eating the brains of your elected leaders. We know what that feels like. RFK's right there. Um, how can we help so that
It
you don't have to worry about that?
it is a staple of go, go ahead.
However, Europe did too.
Oh, 100%. We're not alone in it, but it has been a staple of the idea of international politics that aid is something that will create a longer term return on everything. The people get a new bunch of wells, or water purifiers added to numerous villages. The people see that and they're like, "Oh, you're American. You guys built this windmill for us." We've canceled all of that. We've stopped helping the world. What does that make us look like? Like we don't care. Because the
'Cause here's the
simplest.
thing.
Go ahead.
Well, because it should come from the taxes of the rich.
Hold
Well,
on.
like,
Yeah.
Let me. But wait. Hold on. It would be one thing. It would be one thing if we were like, you know what, we're gonna cut our foreign aid because we need to take care of the people at home. But we're not fucking doing that either.
Yep.
So,
exactly.
So what? So for to me, because in this country, with the amount of wealth that is in this country, we can take care of the people here and the people over there.
Yep.
So we need to be doing it. That is what we need to be doing. I'm sorry. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and just steamroll into what I was going to talk about before.
Go for it.
I'm just going to say it now and make it work, because at this point, we shouldn't be tearing down the east wing of the White House to build a fucking ballroom when there are people in D.C., in that city, where they are, who are homeless on the streets. And rather than giving them a place to live, rather than making sure that they're taken care of and they're fed, you are literally shipping them out somewhere else so that you don't have to see them. That is horrible. So
Yep.
yes, we should be giving foreign aid. We should also be giving domestic aid, and we don't need a fucking ballroom.
Yep. That is actually a great segue for that, because there's so many other pieces to that puzzle. First and foremost, he is not the first one to do changes to the White House. He's not. But he's the first one to do what he's doing to the level that he's doing it. He is literally, as our title suggests, tearing down the house. He is causing so many issues with the idea of how we show ourselves, not only externally, but even to ourselves through a landmark piece. And he's doing it without any of the, oh my
Without
God.
congressional approval.
Well, that was what I was going to get to, but even the most basic thing
permits.
that's required, thank you, permits. He's doing it without permits. He has shown no floor plan, no design for any of this. He's got like an internal 3D image that he had, an artistic rendering that he had for what he's hoping this would be. But he has not shown anything to anybody about what we're actually getting out of this. It is basically a $200 million project that he's just like, yeah, we're doing this. And here's another quick question. Why are we also spending $173 million on a new plane for DHS?
Let's keep it 100.
Yeah.
I believe in keeping it 100. I believe in living in where we're at. Here's the deal. The reason that he is doing these things, and the reason that these things are happening in the way that they're happening, where there's no congressional approval, because you have to have a congressional approval in order for you to make changes to the White House. You're supposed to get congressional approval. He didn't get that. Not only did he not get that, like you said, there's no permits. There's no permits. He's not shown his work. We have no idea what he's doing. All he's doing is just tearing down the building. That's all we got so far, is the building is being torn down. And this is the thing that I have said. With the changes that he has made to the White House, from Melania's fucking tennis court to those fucking truck stop ass flags that he's got up in the air,
Garden.
to paving off the Rose Garden, to doing all that shit, it's because he doesn't plan on leaving. He's not going anywhere. He's not leaving. He is not going to leave. Here's the deal. We are going to end up in a situation where regardless of who wins the White House next year, that man isn't leaving. He is going to do the Insurrection Act. He's going to call it a state of emergency. He's going to do something stupid to make sure that he'll refuse to certify the election, because he's got J.D. Vance, who literally has his head so far up Donald Trump's ass. The man if he can see what he had for breakfast this morning. But like that's where we're at now. This is where we're at. So we need to understand that we have, in order for us to get out of the quagmire that some of you put us in, like, did y'all vote for him to tear down the White House? Is that what y'all voted for? Real talk.
Tear down the White House, give $40 million to Argentina to say that we're going to import Argentinian beef, which has pissed off so many cattle ranchers right now, to further damage the American farmers, to further damage the international trade with so many people. Have your eggs gotten cheaper? Mine haven't.
No.
Mine haven't moved at all. They've gone up. Everything is more expensive. There are fewer jobs. There are fewer opportunities. People out here begging for jobs. Like we are legitimately in a situation where people can't move from a job to a different job because the opportunities aren't there. We lost jobs. His job reports are fake. They've been fake for the last 3 months.
Well, that's why we're not getting any. That's why we're not. But they're bad. They're bad. They're not good. They have not been good. The job report numbers haven't been good, even though they're fake. That's the thing that's crazy.
Yep, but how much worse are they actually whenever you realize that even as bad as they are, that's still them trying their best to make it look inflated. That's how terrible all of this is. And that's going back to the No Kings, because I can tie it all together in a nice little bow. What are we going to do about it? We have 7 million people who are willing to walk in the street. How many of those 7 million are going to vote and push forward better options and better opportunities at the midterms? If they were and are able to completely take over for the midterms, on we go. You know, there's so much that could be done and said for that it is one of those situations where if we aren't going to do that, the protests, even 7 million people showing up for them, were pointless.
Yeah, because we also cannot just expect that whoever's the president is going to fix everything.
Or they'll be able to.
We have to look at all of the people in political positions, not just the president, and start from the ground.
Yeah.
There's elections coming up in November. How many people are going to go to them?
Right.
Yep.
So, and here's the other thing, because you said something and it made me think about like what did y'all realize? No, that today might be breaking news for some of you. Did you know that he pardoned the Binance?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
He pardoned Binance. I did.
Yeah. That is just clear,
insane,
and blatant corruption.
Yep.
It's clear and blatant corruption. They threw money at Donald Trump via his cryptocurrency, and he said, "You know what? Here's your pardon." It is clear, blatant corruption. It's wild. I can't believe the fact that the American people have not been like, "Yo, what?"
Well, they weren't even phased whenever he posted an AI video of himself wearing a crown, getting in a fighter jet, and dumping shit on the American people. And then JD Vance posts one of him wearing a crown with the sword and all the Democrats bending the knee. Like, the level of unhinged that this administration is, it's unprecedented.
It's wild. I don't understand.
Unprecedented.
Shut up. It's wild to me. It's completely wild to me that we're only 10 months into this administration, and it has been like, what the fuck? 48% of Project 2025 has been completed. They told us it wasn't even a thing that they were doing. He is inviting fucking Russell Vought, who is the architect of Project 2025, to the White House. Like, Admit you got played for the okie doke. Get in line with the rest of us. And it's time for us to do what we need to do. Like, I don't understand why we keep going through this. I don't understand why we keep going back and forth with these bitches. I just don't get it. I'm sorry, I'm cussing, but I'm mad because like we're in a situation right now where people are getting snatched from their homes. We're in a situation right now where people are unable to put food on the table. We are in a situation right now where people are afraid to speak out against our government because of what the repercussions might be. That is antithetical to what America is supposed to be.
And that's not even counting the
Ooh, you
people
scratch
that
me?
you
Yeah,
literally
actually.
had
Hey,
executed.
Tyler, just as a heads up,
Yeah.
it was a little thing at first, but your sound is getting a little
It's giving
noise. You get
computer
a lot of
love.
we're getting a lot of noise from your mic. One more time.
Is it better now?
Nope.
All right, one sec.
It was small at first, and I was playing with the audio to try to get it to go out, but
Computer love.
yeah. We've got another piece to this fantastic puzzle is the unbelievable effort by both sides at this point to just redraw maps for the sole purpose of getting as many seats as possible.
But let's
How about now?
keep much better.
Much
Let's
better.
keep it real and put it in perspective. Let's keep it real and put it in perspective. Because yes, it is happening.
Virginia just announced they're going to redraw their maps.
Yes,
Just as a side
Virginia's
note.
announced that Virginia just announced they're going to redraw their maps. California's doing their thing. Those are all a direct result of Texas doing what they're doing and Missouri doing what they did.
Yep.
So those are the reasons why those two things are happening. So
Yeah,
so
I'm not.
I look, but I just want to make sure that like while yes, both sides are doing it, one is in direct response to the other.
Yeah, no, one is a
And-
cause, the other one's an effect. I do agree with that. We all, if you have been watching this at all, anyone who watches us knows I abhor, hate isn't even beginning to get close to the feelings I have for our electoral system. It is the most pathetic thing that we could possibly be doing as a so-called democratic or Republican democracy. We don't have nonpartisan maps anymore. They don't exist. It is all about slowly but surely adjusting things to be there, and I blame both parties for that. But what we're seeing now is the result of what Texas is doing and what Missouri has done. And other states are all piling on for the purpose of moving and playing with their chess pieces and the pawns that they control to be able to adjust things as much as they want, regardless of what their own state constitution says. Like, our Missouri state constitution states that you cannot do it unless it is proven in court that it is an unconstitutional map, or it is done immediately following a census data. We've never had to do one in the middle of this, and them shoving it through is literally just to take advantage of their positions in the House right now in Missouri, in the Missouri State House, to try to bend the knee to the fat diaper-wearing Cheeto with cankles and those old man hands, trying to maintain his position for as long as possible.
So, here's the deal, because I know we're getting close to time because we all got work in the morning. So I'm gonna do two things, and like did we hit all the topics that we wanted to hit? Because I think we did.
We
Well,
covered
I was also going to
some of them.
mention
Yeah.
the airstrikes on
Oh, yeah.
on boats.
Oh yeah, no, don't even get me started on those because I will be here for 20 minutes.
Talking about
cussing.
things that require congressional approval.
Yeah.
like
And
actually
have-
killing people.
and have broken
At will.
multiple international laws.
Yeah.
And as a reminder to all service people out there, following an unconstitutional order or an unjust order does not negate the fact that you can say, oh, but I was following an order. You are actually required by the USMJ, U.S. Code of Justice, USMCJ, that you do not follow an unconstitutional order. So anyone who is doing this, just keep that in mind should the JAG offices give you a phone call. Just as a
They
note.
won't because he fired all the
And
people.
also remember,
That is also true. Jesus Christ.
he didn't swear an oath of office.
Yep.
He never touched the Bible.
What?
You think that
When
that was just
when he swore in, he held his hand above the Bible.
yeah.
He knew it would burn him.
And you mean to tell me you Christian mother? Let me stop.
Like from the
Okay.
very fucking beginning.
Yep.
From the very beginning of the second term, he told you exactly what he was doing.
Yep.
Before the beginning of his second term, he told you what he was doing on the going to do on the campaign trail, and y'all are shocked that he's doing it. It doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah. Logic is a thing lost on.
But tell me about those liberal
Republicans.
tears
But
for the
I-
$6 eggs.
I'm going to do
Tell me about
something.
that.
I'm going to do something that I meant to do months ago, and I didn't do it. So I'm going to make sure that I give this person their flowers. It's weird for me to do this. It actually hurts.
Oh, I'm worried now.
It actually hurts me. It makes my chest hurt to say this out loud.
Oh,
Marjorie
no.
Taylor Greene, good
Oh
job.
no. Yeah, I knew who it was. It hit me. I was like, oh, it hurts to say I agree. Oh, because
Marjorie Taylor Greene, a broken clock is right twice a day, bitch. Like,
yeah,
here's the fact. Here's the real crime, in my opinion, is that like that you are the one talking sense.
it's so
Like that-
weird.
That's
And
the
Rand
real
Paul.
crime.
Yeah.
And Rand Paul and Thomas Massey. Like, what the fuck is happening in the in the world? When did we go? When did we get into to the fucking Bizarroverse where
Twilight.
those three people
Yeah.
are making the most sense from the Republican Party? Like, I don't understand. We got daggone Mike Johnson may or may not be on Grindr allegedly. Like, he don't know what he's. Somebody asked him about the shit with the ballroom, the ballroom, and the ByteDance pardon, and he's acting like he don't know what the fuck is going on. I don't understand how we have an administration that's going on. I mean, this is just a side note. I'm going to park the car right here for a second. I don't understand how we have an administration that's going on where nobody knows what the fuck is going on. You ask them a question, they don't know about it. How the fuck are y'all governing if you don't know shit?
Yeah,
That don't make no damn sense to me. How? They asked him, I don't know anything about that.
and
They're
Daggone.
only there to regurgitate talking points.
yep, and then
That's all
how
they're there for.
and how ridiculous is it that you all can't get things together to stop this shutdown? Because I will not tolerate the idea that this is the Democrats' fault when you control the Senate, the House, the Judiciary, the DOJ, the White House, and every other major thing, because everyone else who's in other departments has been fired. And you can't manage to get this thing running, it's your fault. It's their fault.
I bet
you can argue with me.
I bet it's intentional.
Oh no, it's
I won't argue with you.
It's 100% intentional. If that's what you're going to say, no, it's absolutely intentional because it's being used in their psyop to claim that the Democrats are preventing them from governing, but they don't have any
Meanwhile-
of the seats to be able to do it, and as a result, haven't been able to do anything. Trump has flat out said he's never going to meet with the Senate Minority Leader. He will not talk to him. So what are you
So
doing?
meanwhile, since they're not in session, there's no one to hold him accountable.
Yep. He gets to do
So-
whatever he wants.
So they're literally propping up a dictator at this point.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, they are. That's what they're doing. Um, so I'm gonna end it with some happiness. Are y'all ready for a bit of happiness?
Yeah. You've been smiling a
Yeah.
little bit while you playing with your phone.
That's not what I was looking at.
Okay.
First of all, mind your business. Don't tell people what I'm doing.
Well, it's either that or
Second
you're
of
playing with your
all,
penis. So, I'm okay with that second one, but this is YouTube.
Well, I
We'd
was
have
going
to
to
be
say
over.
Switch, but
We'd have to be over on.
I
Oh, it
wasn't
might
playing
be a
with the
Switch.
Switch either. It was. It is my phone, but damn it, you don't have to do that. Um, Speaking of things that I found on my phone, listen. If you know anything about old JB lore, I love T Pain. And T Pain has just released a video for his song Club Husband, and it was a thing of joy for me.
nice.
To see T Pain in an Argyle sweater
Nice.
doing a choreographed dance with those old school, like non electric lawnmowers and the grill and all of that stuff
I got to look this up.
really
Yeah, I'm gonna
did for
moment
me
I can.
what needed to be done. I needed it. It cured my depression for 10 seconds before it came roaring back when we started this show. And had to talk about what the fuck is happening in this country. Um, you know,
Oh,
but
wow. He's all
that
full on Carlton.
full on Carlton, it's amazing. It's everything I needed it to be.
I will look at
Thank
this up
you.
afterwards.
Thank you, T Pain, for that. I need to finish the video. I didn't finish it. But thank you, T Pain, for that. You continue to be a bright spot in this shitty ass fucking world. Um, Another thing that I want to talk about that is a bright spot in this shitty fucking world is where is it? Where is it? I was gonna do. Oh, so when we went and did Blackout this week, which one day we'll tell you about, but it won't be tonight because it's 11:07. We got a chance to play this game. It's called Pillars of Fate. You can't really see it on the thing. It was lots and lots of fun.
Yes, it was. It was so
I
much
lost.
fun.
Yep, that's fine. Shut the fuck up. I lost. I know.
Handily.
But
I'm sorry, I'm Brett Doming. Continue.
you can eat my ass.
Bright point of joy.
But anyway, so that was that bright point of joy. There was one more thing I was going to bring up as a bright point of joy.
Random note. Fantastic game, guys. It was actually, it required a lot of thought. Great game.
It did. It required a lot of thought, and I think I was tipsy when we were playing it, so I didn't think a lot. Then the last thing that I want to talk about, we are doing. So this is for my leather folks and things. We are doing something really cool, and I might do it on the channel. I haven't decided, or it might be something that we do just by ourselves. If you want to join in, cool. The Leatherman's Handbook. We are going to read it. We are going to read it, and you don't have it.
I said, oh, that one.
Yeah. So to throw in the 2 cents for it, yes, for anyone who has their own opinions, because it is a moderately polarizing book with some of the background, some of the feelings about it. It is an idea for a open discussion about the book and about what it talks about. It's to try to digest and process when it was written and the world that it was written in, as well as to expand our own understanding and to kind of grow together as we discuss our little book series. Are we doing it on the channel?
I just said I don't know whether we're going to do it on the channel. We might do it on the channel. Who knows?
I'm finding out with the rest of you. Yeah.
We're all finding out together because I don't know yet.
That sounds fine. That sounds well-oiled machine.
I say,
That's how we do
I say
it.
different channel.
Say what?
I said, I say different channel for that.
We can put it on my channel.
We can put it on your channel.
Yeah. But if this is Queer and Present Danger.
So this has been Queer and Present Danger, guys.
Yep.
We had a late start, so we're not gonna go to our normal hour and a half, 2 hours, because
No.
we all got work. We
Sleep.
got to get up in the morning. We love y'all. Don't forget, next Wednesday we will be over on Selmatic Games channel playing Cyberqueer, where there are parallels to what's happening in this world right now,
Yeah.
and it's not great.
No. I will
So we're
take
doing
that quick moment to yet again thank you so much, Maddie, for this layout and everything. It is gorgeous. It makes our wonderfully ridiculous, well-oiled machine look like it's fancy from the outside. So we do really appreciate it. This was great.
First of all, you're a hater.
I'm acknowledging my flaws.
And you know what? I think our next episode, I want to do something different for our next episode. This time, we're going to do a Q&A. We're going to do it as so if you have any questions, you can always put them in the chat. So put them in the chat. I will put a place up there that says if you have any questions, let us know. You can type them in, and we will answer your questions live in our next episode, because I think we need to have some more community engagement.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact,
we'd love to
I haven't
hear
seen Mason
from
today.
y'all. Yeah, gonna have to message him and be like, "Where you at?" But
that's what.
I said I didn't see Mason today.
Yeah.
I know. I'm gonna send him a message and be like, Mason. He's probably like, them bitches only come on every once in a while. They don't show up. We need to be more. Listen, and
Yeah,
I'm gonna say this
we're gonna
on
try.
the air.
We're gonna try.
No, we're not gonna. No more trying. No more trying, because here's the deal. I live in the book of Beyonce. I'm ready every other Thursday. Don't mean I'm ready every other Thursday.
We love you all.
Y'all don't be ready, but I'll be ready.
I'm running the ship
note,
now. Actually, hang on just a quick second. Yeah.
Guys, I can't. That's why I can't cut it off.
No, you can't do the cutoff, but I can black out your screen for a second.
You can black out my screen. I still won't be wrong.
I have the power. No, yeah. So I get to apparently do this, but honestly, you can do it, and I can just turn off the stream because that's how easy it is. It's a click of a button. So why don't you do the send off? I'll do mine real quick. Everybody, it was great being here. This was as fun and goofy and normal as our things usually are. I'm Tighirn Duriok, at Tighirn, the number 1, so TIGHEARN 1 on most of my socials. I'm gonna try to be a little more active and doing posts and stuff because outreach is important. Shut up. But yeah, Tyler, you do yours, and then we'll bounce it to JB to finish up.
Alrighty. Thank you all for watching and sitting through this.
You look like you smelled what
if
we
you're
just
still
produced.
on, I mean, it kind of devolved for about the past 10 minutes. Anyway, I am working on some new material. I am working on some new music and everything. So more to come on that. I know I've been saying that for a little bit. I actually am working on a new song that I haven't worked on before. So super excited to develop that, get that released. I think it's gonna be really awesome. I really like it.
We're waiting to see.
Yeah, what?
Oh, we're just waiting to see. Keep going. You're good.
Waiting to see.
Keep going.
Just your stuff.
Okay. Oh, right. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
You're eager to see my to see my stuff.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And yeah, so you can catch me along with these two um, every other Wednesday on Twitch for Cyberqueer
3120.
and 3120. And I also have a TikTok and Instagram that when I remember, I usually like in phases will like share stuff. So yeah. Um, yeah, pretty much it.
Well-oiled machine. JB, do you
All
want
right,
to take us
I want
out?
to have a show this Friday.
I
Hey,
told y'all who I was. I told y'all
Tomorrow.
who I was. I told y'all what I had going on. Y'all have a good one. Oh, if you happen to be in Wisconsin on the weekend of the 13th, I will be in Wisconsin for Wisconsin Leather Pride. Um, and um, and if you happen to be in the St. Louis area for on the 31st, I'll be in town for Scariversary.
yeah.
And on the 7th, I'll be in town for Show Me, where I'll be den-dadding. I'll be in the back making sure the people feel their best. I don't know what I'm doing. It's fine. But I told you who I was. So,
Is that in
guys,
Kansas City?
no, it's in St. Louis.
In St. Louis.
So, guys, that's it for me. Good night.
Good night, everybody. Thank you so much. Outro.